So today I took my kids to get some ice cream at a local ice cream shop here in Austin. It's called Lick. And I had a friend with me, and while we were standing in line, I was telling her about the ice cream shop and the flavors and what makes it different and yada yada. And it's a small place. My boys were just kind of walking around a little bit. They weren't going to get lost or anything like that, but they weren't within arm's reach. And then all of a sudden, my son, Cannon, out of nowhere, smacked his brother on the top of the head. And of course, Kash started screaming, and then Cannon's upset because he scared Kash. And so they're both screaming, and then Cannon is upset because of the way that people were looking at him, and everybody in the ice cream shop turned immediately and shot both of my kids, these horrible glances as if they were just demon children for what they just did, which was humiliating for me. But at the same time, it's like they're two. I couldn't really understand what the big deal was. It was very awkward. So my friend and I kind of pulled the kids aside, and I gave both of them comfort, and I let Cannon know that it was inappropriate. And I'm not really going to go into everything that I did with Cannon and Kash, because the whole point of this video is to not only talk about the glances that I was getting from other people, which was kind of disconcerting, that there wasn't really a lot of compassion and understanding. It seemed as if everyone was waiting for me to parent, quote unquote, my child. I think they were expecting me to spank or yell or be angry or remove him from the situation. I'm not really sure what everyone expected, but I felt as if everyone was disappointed with my reaction, which was to love and comfort both of my kids. Now, I comforted and loved Kash because he had just been hurt. So he was my first priority, trying to get him calm, reflecting his feelings, validating, discussing how his heart probably hurt that his brother hurt him, and then put him down and picked up Cannon and let him know that that wasn't kind. And I redirected him to some other things and kind of let him get his self under control and kind of moved on. And I think one thing that really affects parents sometimes is the feeling that we need to perform for other parents, that we need to meet other parents' expectations when it comes to the way that we raise our kids. But I don't know about you, but I didn't have kids to perform for anybody else. And even though I felt the judgment and I felt people looking down on me for not, getting angry or threatening or lecturing, I don't know what everyone was expecting from me, but they didn't get that. And there's a couple of reasons for that. One, we're in a public place. It just wouldn't have been appropriate. All eyes were on me. It was very distracting, feeling that way. But also, they're two. And I feel like, 2-year-olds are misunderstood in this country or this culture, probably more so than anywhere else in the world. We're the only country that calls the 2-year-old stage the terrible twos. There's lots of other countries that talk about it as a learning age, a limit testing age, boundary pushing age. Other cultures have a lot more positive spin on it, but really this is the age where they can communicate more. They want to be more independent. But they also feel stressed very easily. And the ice cream shop where we normally go was very crowded today. And typically it's not. Typically they walk in and it's just the two of them, and they get lots of attention and can run around underneath the ropes and choose their flavors and move on. But today was a day that tested their patience. They were probably also extremely hot. They weren't getting attention from me because I was giving the attention to my friends. So I wasn't right on top of them, talking and comforting and playing and physically, attending to them and that kind of stuff. And one of them he didn't feel right, so he just smacks his brother. And the other one was probably feeling the stress in the same way, and then he just gets smacked, so then he's upset. And I understood that. And so instead of being angry with my children, I felt that they, more than anything, needed their feelings to be understood. They needed to, feel from me that I love you, I'm here for you, I understand, I care, and let's move on and enjoy our afternoon. And that's the most important message that we can send our kids. I hear you, I see you, I understand, and I care. And just don't feel the pressure from our society to reprimand our children in a way that you're not comfortable with, or to be angry with your child, because it's not always that they're being naughty or that they're being bad. Sometimes there's a lot of other factors that come into play, and our job is to teach them how to control those feelings, how to cope with those feelings appropriately. And anger and frustration only fuel misbehavior. They don't ever fix the problem. They shame the child, and they damage the relationship with the parent and the child, and no good can come of that. The most important thing is to maintain your relationships with your kids and model for them patience and understanding and being cool, calm, and collected. You can follow me on Whole Heart, subscribe to my YouTube channel, or you can check out my blogs about parenting and other tips thatgirlwithwholeheart.com, or you can check out joinwholeheart.com. I'll be adding a lot more videos and classes over the next few weeks. Thanks.